Hey guys, I got another tutorial for you guys on this redstone thing, but first, I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me a pizza roll, because why not? Alright, so let me just go ahead and figure out where they're at. Oh, there we go, pizza rolls, yes, my favorite. Delicious. Alright, so I got my pizza roll, but if you guys noticed, that was not the only food option in there, because I made a working fridge in Minecraft. Isn't that lit, guys? So let me just go ahead and eat my pizza roll. Nom 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 nom. I'm done. Okay, cool. And now I can go ahead and show you guys how to make this. So we'll jump over to there. See you guys then. Alright guys, so yes, I made a working fridge in Minecraft and it is super lit. It may look big, but trust me, this is definitely not the biggest one I've made. It's probably the third design and it's super small compared to the last couple ones I made. But so how it works is basically you go in the lectern and you select your food. So I'm gonna go ahead and select pork chop. And then once you select the food, you click this button and it will start flowing through the system. And then once it arrives, you'll click that button and then it'll totally just dispense for you guys. Let's see if it's through yet. There we go, now I got my pork chop. The reason why we have to click this button and then this button is because if we did not have this button right here, then as we're scrolling through the menu, all the food would just dispense as you're scrolling through, and we do not want that. So what happens is that basically when you're going through the lectern, it chooses which one you want. That's why this block is up and none of these are, because this one right here is pork chop. And we wanted a pork chop, so it went to this. And then whenever we click the button, it basically powers all of these, but it's not going to power the dispenser because there's no block here. So since there's a block here, it will power dispenser, and yeah, that's how it works. Which, you know, flow through these hoppers, and then we'll then get to that dispenser, and then you click that button, and then it opens the door, and then dispenses it. So the way it works is that as you're scrolling through, so this is number 1, this is number 15. It has to be number 15, because if it was any more, that means 2 of these torches. If it was 16 or 14 or 20, it would make it to where 2 torches power at once, and we don't want that. We only want 1 torch at a time. So it has to be 15. So you get 15 food options. Or it doesn't even have to be food, it can be armor, tools, anything, but I'm making it like a fridge type thing, so it is food, but it doesn't really matter. So here's how it works. So there is a comparator behind the lectern that basically tells which page you're on. And then by the time, so it was on, I don't know which page this is, but it's page 4. Then what happens is that these are all powered, which turns off the torch, but since only this bottom one is powered, but this one isn't, it keeps the torch on, which then makes the piston extend, pushing the block up here, which allows the power to get through whenever you click the button, dispensing the pork chop. I hope that makes any sense, but and I think I am going to go ahead and build this for you guys here in a second, but just taking a look at it, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like you see, there's a ton of repeaters right here at 3rd tick. But yeah, I'll go ahead and build this for you guys, and it's super simple. I'm very proud of this machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know, select a golden apple, which I called a better apple, because why not? Then I'm gonna click the button, as you see up here. It powered this block, which is the golden apple. It is this dispenser. And then that went ahead and dispensed, and now it's flowing through all the hoppers. And now if I click this, I get a golden apple, which is super cool. And yeah, so I will go ahead and show you guys how to make this now. I will see you then. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start building it. So the iron doors are purely aesthetic. You do not need to have them here, but I just thought they looked cool, so I went ahead and put them there. But everything else here is necessary, except for like the floor blocks right here. But yeah, doors are completely aesthetic, don't have to have them, but I just thought they looked cool. But so you're gonna start off by placing a lectern with 15 pages, doesn't matter what you name the pages. And then put a block right behind that lectern, and then you're gonna place down a block and then put a dropper right behind it, and then put a button to the left and in front of that dropper. And then right behind that button, you're gonna place one piece of redstone on a block and then just leave it like that. That's done. So now whenever you click this button, it fires the dropper and it opens the door. And it does go open door, then fires, so it won't get jammed behind the door or anything like that. So now you're going to start off by placing a comparator going out from your lectern, and you're going to set your lectern to page 15, just so you can tell where you need to go. And then from the comparator, you're going to go 15 blocks out, which is, I don't know, like that long, I think. Yeah. So you're going to place 15 pieces of redstone. And then you're going to go one block below to the left of that line you just made and make a row of blocks. And then you're going to place repeaters going across all of those at the third tick. All right, and then you're going to place a row block on top of those repeaters. And then you're going to place some redstone on top of those blocks. And then you're going to have those repeaters run into a set of blocks, so then a row of blocks in front of those repeaters. And then you're going to place a row of repeaters on top of that block at tick 1. And then you're going to run those repeaters into another row of blocks. So a row of blocks should be in front of those repeaters. And then underneath that row of blocks, you're going to place a piece of redstone torch that is against that block that the repeater is on. And then on the top of that block that the repeater is running into, you're going to place down a redstone torch. And since you have the lectern set to 15, this last torch should be on. If it's not, then you did something wrong, and go back and figure out what you did wrong. So then on top of these redstone torches, you're going to place a sticky piston on top of each torch. Okay, and then after you do that, you're going to place a row of blocks on top of those pistons. And then you're going to place two rows of blocks on this level. So on the retracted pistons, you're going to place 2 blocks on that level. And then on the last one, there should be a block sticking above that row of blocks. So there should be 3 blocks except for that last one. And then you're going to place a row of repeaters on the block that's right next to the block that the piston is under. And then a row of redstone behind those repeaters. And then a row of droppers on it. So then you're gonna skip a block and then place droppers on the same level that the repeater's on. Okay, and then now you're going to get a line of hoppers going from the dispenser that you put by the door, and you're gonna run those in front of those droppers, like so. Make sure that they're all in line going to that dropper and there's none being misplaced. And then you're going to place any type of block or slab above the dropper, above the hopper, but you're going to skip a block. And then you're going to place a block at this last one right here, and then a row of blocks to the left of those hoppers, but one up. And then a block here at the end. You don't want that block right there, like that. So that is all the redstone complete. Now you just have to make these buttons right here do something. Well, only this button over here. So I did this by running this block one under and then out. Oh wait, okay, right here where this torch is, you need to place a block right next to that torch and have the redstone run into that block. Like that. Oh. Wait, my bad. That was my bad. You have to place a block right next to the repeaters and put a piece of redstone on top of that block so it makes this little dip shape. And then right behind that block, you're going to put a repeater down there running into a block with a torch on it. You're gonna put a block on top of that torch and then place a redstone torch on the left side of that block. Then you're gonna place a block on top of that torch and place a block behind it, and then you're gonna place another block on top of that torch and place a redstone torch behind it. And then that is, I think, everything done. So is there, oh, and you have to put in all the food. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in all the food behind camera just because that's gonna take a really long time. So just give me a quick second. All right, so I have gotten all the food into the droppers now. So let's go ahead and try to get us some pizza rolls going. So right there's the pizza rolls is in this dropper right here. So let's go ahead and go over to our lectern and select pizza rolls. We're gonna go ahead and click the button. Powers that over there. As you see, this block is now here. It powered this dispenser, which has the pizza rolls in it. So that just dropped into these hoppers right here and is now going to travel along until it reaches this dropper over here. And when you click the button, you get a pizza roll. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys can put this new fridge design in your house, even though it is a bit bigger than a normal fridge. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on this channel again. I hope you enjoyed your pizza rolls too. See y'all later.